Hello viewers, I am Kausalya. Today we are going to solve problem 8 and 9 in exercise 4.3 quadratic equations. The problem is a train travels 360 km at a uniform speed. If the speed has been 5 km per hour more, it would have taken 1 hour less for the same journey. Find the speed of the train. So here there is a train which travels 360 km. So here the distance traveled by the train is 360 km at some uniform speed. If the speed had been 5 km per hour more, that is, if the speed of the train is increased by 5 km per hour, then it would have taken 1 hour less for the same journey. Then the time taken will be reduced. As we already know, right, whenever the speed is increased, then the time taken will be reduced. So, how much the time gets reduced? It reduced by 1 hour. So, find the speed of the train. So here in this case, just for an example, if the uniform speed, okay, or if the initial speed is 30 km per hour, if the speed is increased by 5 kilometers, suppose if we move at the speed of 35 km per hour, then what happens? The time is reduced by 1 hour. For example, if the train travels at 30 km per hour, then the time taken is 10 hours. Okay, just for an example. Suppose if the train travel at a speed of 35 km per hour, then the time taken is 1 hour less. That is 10 minus 1, which is 9. Right? So find the speed of the train. Now we have to calculate the speed of the train. I hope you people understand the problem. So let the speed be x kilometer per hour, because we don't know the speed. So let it be x, and the distance is 360 km. It is clearly given, and the time taken for that journey is y. Now the speed is increased by 5 km per hour. That is, the speed is increased. So here the speed is x. Now it is increased by 5 kilometers. Therefore it is x plus 5 km per hour. And now here the time taken is 1 hour less. So initially the time taken is y. Now the time taken will be, it is 1 hour less, that is y minus 1 is the time taken. Right. Now we are going to use the speed formula. Speed is nothing but distance travelled by time taken. So here we don't know the speed. So for the first statement we are writing here. So speed is x and the distance travelled is 360 and the time taken here is y. So the relationship is x is equal to 360 by y. Now in the second case, again the same thing, speed is equal to distance travelled by time taken. We have to grab data from this statement. So the speed is x plus 5 and the distance is again the same. Now the time taken is y minus 1. So let this be equation number 2. Now we are going to substitute the value of x. That is, x is equal to 360 by y, right? Now we are going to substitute this value in this equation. So you see equation 2 is x plus 5 is equal to 360 by y minus 1. Now in the place of x, I am going to replace it by 360 by y. Now we are going to take LCM. So 360 plus 5y by y is equal to 360 by y minus 1. Now we are going to cross multiply. So when you cross multiply, you see 360 plus 5y multiplied by y minus 1, which is equal to 360 into y. So again when you simplify, you have to multiply. First I am multiplying by y. So 360 into y, 360y plus 5y into y, 5y square. And again we are going to multiply this with minus 1. So it is minus 1 into 360 minus 360 and minus 1 into 5y minus 5y, which is equal to 360y. Alright, now I am going to move this 360 to the left hand side. Therefore here this plus 360y becomes minus 360y. Therefore these two terms they cancel each other, and finally we end up with 5y square minus 360 minus 5y equal to 0. So here when you look at this quadratic equation, you can divide this equation by 5 so that our calculations will be simple. So when you divide this equation by 5, so here we have y square minus y minus 72 is equal to 0. So now we are going to solve this quadratic equation. Again, it is up to you. You can use formula to solve this, or you can go by normal method. So here you see, here these are the factors of 72. So here I end up with 8 and 9. So now 8 9s are 72, and again when you subtract, here the answer is 1. You see, here we need minus 1 when you add or subtract, and here we need minus 72. So since we need minus 1, here the bigger number is assigned with the minus sign. That is, here we are taking minus 9 and plus 8 as factors. So I am splitting this equation, that is y square. This minus y is replaced with plus 8y minus 9y. Right, minus 9y plus 8y gives you minus y as the answer. The whole thing, right? That is, this minus y is written as plus 8y minus 9y minus 72 equal to 0. So here, from the first two terms, when you take y outside, the terms are y plus 8. And here when you take minus 9 outside, again it is y plus 8. So here, when you take this y plus 8 commonly outside, the remaining terms are y minus 9. So when you equate these terms to 0, we get the answer as 9 and minus 8. So here, what is y? Y is nothing but time taken. So the time taken can't be negative. We have to proceed with the positive term. So here the value of y is 9. So what about x? So x is nothing but 360 by y. Okay, you see, this is the relationship. So in the place of y, I am substituting 9, and now the value of x is 40. Therefore, the speed of the train is 40 km per hour. So this problem gets over here. We will proceed with our problem 9. The problem is, two water taps together can fill a tank in 9 3/8 hours. The tap of larger diameter takes 10 hours less than the smaller one to fill the tank separately. So find the time in which each pipe can separately fill the tank. So here there is a tank, and the tank is filled by two water taps. Okay, the time taken is 9 3/8. Now among the two water taps, one tap is bigger, another one is smaller. So the time taken by the bigger tap, okay, the pipe or the tap which has larger diameter, it will be bigger, right? It will be bigger in size. So the bigger tap takes 10 or less than the smaller tap, right, to fill the tank. For example, if the smaller tap takes 20 hours, just for an example, okay, just to give a clear view of the problem, I am taking this number. If the smaller tap takes 20 hours to fill the tank, then the larger tap takes only 10 hours. Okay, just for an example. Am I making clear? So now we have to find the time in which each pipe can separately fill the tank. Now we have to calculate the time. So first we start with, let the time taken by the larger pipe to fill the tank is x minus 10. Oh, first we will start with the smaller one, okay? Let the time taken by the smaller pipe to fill the tank is x hours. So what about the larger pipe? It is x minus 10 because it takes 10 hours less than the smaller pipe. So if the time taken by the smaller pipe to fill the tank is x hours, then the time taken by the larger pipe to fill the tank is x minus 10 hours. Right, this is from the question. So now, part of the tank filled by the smaller pipe in 1 hour. In 1 hour, the smaller pipe fills the tank by this ratio 1 by x. Right, because x is the total time taken by the smaller pipe to fill the tank. Then in 1 hour, how much of the tank will be filled? It is filled by 1 by x. Similarly, for larger pipe or bigger pipe, it is 1 by x minus 10 because x minus 10 is the time taken by the bigger pipe to fill the tank. So part of the tank filled by the bigger pipe in 1 hour is 1 by x minus 10. And here part of the tank filled by both the pipes in 1 hour. So here you see, two pipes together fill the tank in 9 3/8 hours. Now what is the part of the tank filled by the pipe in 1 hour? So it is 1 by 9 3/8. So here when you solve this fraction, it becomes 9 8s are 72, 72 plus 3, 75. So here it is 75 by 8. And when you bring this denominator term to the numerator, it becomes as 8 by 75. Right. Now, you see, this is the time, this is the part of the tank filled by the smaller pipe in 1 hour and bigger pipe in 1 hour, and this is the part of the tank filled by both the pipes in 1 hour. So now when you add these two terms, that this should be equal to this part, right? Because here that is the part of the tank filled by smaller pipe in 1 hour, and this is the part of the tank filled by larger pipe in 1 hour. By both the pipes in 1 hour is given by this relationship. Therefore, here when you add these two terms, the answer should be this. Therefore, 1 by x plus 1 by x minus 10 is equal to 8 by 75. So here when you take LCM, 1 into x minus 10 is x minus 10 and 1 into x is x divided by x into x minus 10, which is equal to 8 by 75. So when you simplify x plus x 2x minus 10 the whole divided by x into x x square, x into minus 10 minus 10x equal to 8 by 75. Now we are going to do a cross multiplication. So 75 into 2x minus 10 is equal to 8 into x square minus 10x. So 75 into 2x 150x, 75 into minus 10 minus 750. So here 8 into x square 8x square, 8 into minus 10 minus 10x minus 80x. Now we are going to rearrange the terms. You see, since we always need a positive x squared term, here I am moving these terms to the right hand side. So here it is 8x square minus 80x minus 150x plus 750 equal to 0. So when you simplify or solve, 8x square and 150 plus 80 gives you 230. Since both these terms are with the same sign, here I am adding them. So 150 plus 80 is 230. Both are with a minus sign. Therefore, minus 230x plus 750 equal to 0. Now we are going to solve this quadratic equation. So this 230x is written as 230, right? So you see 8 into 750 gives you 6000, right? 8 into 750 is 6000, and here when you add or subtract two numbers, you should get the answer as minus 230. So here I factorize this 6000 as 230. So 200 into 30 is 6000 and 200 plus 30 gives you 230. So here since we have a minus 230, I am assigning minus sign for both these numbers. So again minus 200 into minus 30 gives you plus 6000, right? Because that is the coefficient of x square. So 8 into 750 should be considered. So 8x square, and this minus 230x is written as minus 200x minus 30x, and this plus 750 equal to 0. So when you look at the first two terms, you can take 8x outside. So here the remaining terms are x minus 25, and here I can take this minus 30 outside so that I can have x minus 25 again. So when x minus 25 is commonly taken out, the remaining terms are 8x minus 30 equal to 0. So when you equate these terms to 0, you see 8x minus 30 equal to 0. Therefore 8x is equal to 30. Therefore x is 30 by 8. And here x minus 25 is equal to 0. Therefore x is equal to 25. So here the value of x is 3.75 and x is equal to 25. So here the x is nothing but the time taken by the pipe to fill the tank, right? So here we are proceeding with the whole number, not the number with decimals. So the time taken by the smaller pipe to fill the tank is 25 hours. Therefore the time taken by the bigger tap to fill the tank is, it is x minus 10. Therefore 25 minus 10, which is equal to 15 hours, right? So this problem gets over here. If you have any doubt, let me know in the comment section. Thank you.